Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Donald John Trump's Thursday, November 19th, 2020. Okay, so the forces in motion, his challenges, what he's planning, what he's doing, the karma that's hanging over him, what he's feeling, and his future. Okay. So we have, for the forces in motion, we have the King of Wands, but reversed. So when it's straight up, the King of Wands is all about, renewal, regeneration. You can see the little salamander down there. And, moving forward of your own authority, doing what you want, creating what you want, and having the power and the courage to, and the tons of energy, to do that. So this is interesting because it's reversed. So this tells me he's not, when it's reversed, it's pretty much the opposite. He's not in his own power, but he's also really, I think, just stubborn and ruthless to get what he wants. He's not coming from a solid place. Yikes. Okay, and his challenge is with the Fool reversed. When it's straight up, it's a brand new adventure, but you have to be careful about being risky because look, you can walk right off the edge of a cliff if you're not watching where you're going, and if your intentions aren't pure. And his intentions are never pure, and I doubt. Shouldn't say always or never, but it's highly unlikely. And so anyway. His challenge is that he's willing to take he's ruthlessly sticking to his guns, staying, in this stubborn place, and he's willing to take any risk to get there, to get what he wants. What he's planning? Well, he's making some offers. He's trying to, with this Page of Cups, he's trying to, look, it's a stinky fish in a cup, right? That's what Schwanzi says. I love that. So it's like, dude, what are you offering me, right? That's pretty much what people are probably saying to him. But he's planning on, this could be that he's planning to get his emotionally immature base to, follow him. Of course, give me more money, more money, more money. That's what he's always asking for. What he's doing, he's about to fall on his own swords, I think. With the Four of Swords, well, when the Four of Swords is straight up, it has to do with resting and meditation and contemplation. It can also be about being ill, about, being taken out on a gurney, as Scott Allen, Spiritual Essences channel. I watch it once in a while when I have time. I wish I could watch more people, but anyway, he says when this card comes up, he's like, yeah, he's going out on a gurney. So, but when this comes, through as to what he's actually doing, and it comes through reversed, I think that he's just really restless and burned out at this point, and he's not. I don't think he's really getting reality. I think he's kind of like in some other world, like he might even be having some weird, like, out-of-body experience. It's really possible. But most of all, he's stuck. This is stuck. This is risky. This is stuck. And, he's restless. He's exhausted, restless, and he's stuck. Okay, so his karma... Ooh. Another stuck card. My goodness. Wow. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and that's all about going for everything resourceful and just plodding along. Well, he doesn't move very fast even when he's in his upright position, but reversed, that's stagnation, and again, stuck. So far now we have 3 cards that indicate he's stuck, and 1 card that shows the challenge is that he's willing to take any risk. And this is the karma that's hanging over him, is that he's not able to move forward. Now, what he's really feeling, maybe he's feeling like he wants to be taken care of. He wants somebody to understand him. He wants some like feminine nurturance. I don't. This cannot mean that he cares, that he's caring, because he's just not. We know that there's no way in the world that he cares about anybody but himself. His future, he will be silenced. With the High Priestess, she's quiet and she goes inside and she has secrets. It's also a card about mystery, so maybe part of his future is a mystery, even to himself. But most of all, I think he will be silenced. Okay, so let me make a little room up here. And let's see what I'm going to do. I don't know if I can, well, let me try. Let's see if this will work. I kind of have a little bit of a plan here, because I want to do the Lenormand, but if we can, oh yay, they fit. Awesome. Okay, I was hoping that would fit. I didn't test this out. I just had this weird idea pop into my head. Okay, so now I'm going to do 2 cards each for each position with the Lenormand, and I have that shuffled. So bear with me while I draw the cards, and we'll do it this way as well. Okay, so forces in motion will be these 2 cards. His challenges. Okay. His plans, what he's planning. What he's actually doing. The karma that's hanging over him, and what he's feeling, and his future. Okay. All right, so let's see if this works. Ooh, there's that illness card. Let's see, will this fit? I always want to leave room for the closed captioning, so maybe I'll just do it this way. And I'll just have to remind you guys what card is there. Well, actually, you know what I could do is, how about I do this? Yeah, that works. Okay. So leave this one open, and then the cross. The symbology kind of comes through. Does that work? Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Huh. That just means something's ending. Okay. All right. So this doesn't bode well for people that want to add up numbers, but it's okay. You're just going to have to go. Let's go with the symbols. Okay, so the forces in motion. This is the coronavirus again, or his mental illness. And with the key card, it's really important. And notice it's number 45. I always have to keep being reminded by you guys that it's ironic. It's one of the synchronicities that he's president from number 45, and this illness card always comes through almost every day. So with the King of Wands, and him being stuck and not going anywhere, and him being ruthless, this could have to do with some coronavirus discovery. This could be like one of the vaccines. And maybe he's planning on making money off of it. And maybe, because with him it's always the money. We don't even need the cards to tell us that. It's a blatant, obvious fact, and we can just, hold it there in our consciousness every time we think of him. It's always about the money. But this can be, something really important around the coronavirus that comes through. Because these are the forces in motion in his life, whether he knows it or not. It's like, this row, and then the row for karma here. He doesn't have any control over that. He did in the past, because your karma, that has to do with all the choices and the... your free will, exercising your free will every day, and the actions, attitudes, and beliefs, and, everything that's inside of you creates your karma. So he's oblivious to that fact, and he's just always going towards the money. So there's something that with the karma hanging over him here, with this card indicating stagnancy, and then this is just an ending. And it could be an ending of the news. It could be that, with the Rider, this is about the news. This could be that maybe he gets shut down on Twitter, or at least blocked. Not really blocked, but like that overlay that they put, because he keeps tweeting. He keeps like shouting out, saying, the election was rigged, or I still won, I'm the winner. And they keep putting a blanket thing over his tweet saying, we have evidence that supports, a different reality, or something, or something to the effect that basically this tweet is a big lie. So that keeps happening. But just remember, this row here and this row here, he doesn't really have any control over. So these are really important things to remember. So the coronavirus, something important that's coming through, and he's upside down in his power over that, because he hasn't handled it correctly in the past. And in the United States, we are having record numbers every day. We are breaking records every single day as to new cases. And it's getting really scary, because our nurses and doctors are worn out in some of these areas where they don't have, like maybe in Los Angeles, California, it's different, but in other states, they don't have that support, that they don't have, that many professional medical people to support, so they're working overtime and they're exhausted. So that is actually really important. And they're seeing how ruthless he's been and how selfish he's been in the past, and which is why he's no longer, he's there till January 20th, but that's it. He's in his lame duck session, and he is not going forward as POTUS, and it's all because of how he handled the coronavirus, plus other things, but mostly that, I would think. Because even a diehard Republican with half of a brain would figure out that something's not right. Unless you live in a remote area where you're not affected by it. But hopefully you would care about other people. So moving forward, his challenges. Okay, so remember, with the Fool reversed, he's taking really big risks, and with his honor. And his challenge is this is a painful reality, and he's guilty. his honor is trashed. This is the burden on him. This is his cross to bear, his lack of integrity. And yeah, he's in the good old boys club or whatever with Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham and Ted Cruz and these other just morons, and they're all guilty and they're all burdened, and that's his obstacle that he can't really get over, because he has ruined his reputation and he is guilty. And he has not taken self-responsibility. So now this is this painful reality that I don't know if he can get over that. I really don't think he can. It's too late. Now what he's planning, he could be planning something dangerous with the scythe here. He could be looking, because we do have the Page of Cups up here. This could show that he's... yeah, you know what? If we can just let go of the numbers, and who cares about the numbers, we can do this. You guys can see. Excellent. Let's do that. Because it's really the symbology. Numbers matter too, but we don't need them all the time. Okay, so with going back to what he's planning. This is anybody that's gullible enough to, to just take what message he puts out there, and I think it's really dangerous. And it's widespread over the internet, but I think these are like immature people who don't understand how dangerous it is. And he's probably planning on taking advantage of them. He's offering something that isn't... he's offering something that's dangerous and that's widespread and that has to do with the coronavirus, because this card knights over here to this card. And the stars card has to do with something widespread. This could also have to do with, because we're in the realm of creating something new with the Page of Cups. We're in that realm of TV shows, movies, and all that, and then streaming service online. So he's probably, what he's planning is trying to, make decisions about that. That could be another angle of those cards, or the meaning of those cards. What he's doing, well, like I said, with that Four of Swords, he's burned out and he's exhausted. I think it could be that he's exhausted really all of his means, and he's just trying to seduce, anybody that he could, that he can, to make the change that he wants in his life, to make, to create this like new enterprise. So now I'm thinking that with the planning and doing column here, we can kind of just read all these cards together, and it does spell out like his new him. I don't know, does he? Yeah, there's that stupid Trump TV, like that's already there, right? There's that. And he might be planning new things with him and his family. But even though he's planning and doing, these cards here, these 6 cards here, the karma that's hanging over him is that he's stagnant and he's done. And, even on Fox News, I don't know, I guess he's got Hannity left, I suppose. And maybe he's got Newt Gingrich, and until Rush Limbaugh dies, yeah, he's got him. But he's like going nowhere fast. It's not going to work. It will not work. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, it's just stuck. He's literally stuck, and it's over. No matter how much he wants to move forward. I think this is just, he's over with the news cycle. The news cycle is just about over with him. Or at least the big news cycles. I mean, it's really refreshing to see them break away when he starts talking lies, and they they just say, okay, well, there's no need to listen to that anymore, because he's not. These are all falsities. He's not telling the truth. So, yeah. Then, moving forward, what he's feeling, yeah, he wants to be cared for somebody. Yeah, these cards all just kind of go together. I think he's really wanting some feminine nurturance, and he's not getting it. This could also relate to Melania divorcing him and moving on. And maybe even going, overseas, and maybe she wants to live somewhere else, or just far, far away from him. But anyway, yeah, do we really care how he feels? I mean, all these cards, we could have just gone with just this one card. And so, yeah, he's looking for like motherly attention or motherly love, or he's in his wounding with his mother. That's very possible, because this could be the past. And if you guys remember in his natal chart, do I have it anywhere close? No, it'd take too long to dig it out. It's in a pile right over there. But anyway, just trust me in that. He has his moon conjunct his south node, which means past life issues with his mother that he hasn't worked out, and past life issues being famous, and past life issues with the public. So that's his karma. But he's feeling that. I think he's in his childhood wounding. Now, whether he's feeling it consciously or not, that's a little stretch to give him that, because he just doesn't operate consciously. But he might be having some of those like deja vu experiences, like, this feels like when my mom wasn't there, or my mother rejected me, or my mother, but that material, that unconscious material can come up, and people don't connect the dots and remember where it's from unless they want to know the truth. And since he's the kind of guy that's never done any therapy, we have to say, nope, that's not happening. And then his future is him being silenced, and this correlates to all this with the news cycle, ending with the news cycle. He's stagnant, nobody's listening to him, it's not going anywhere. And he's too risky, and it's too much of a burden. They don't want to hear it. And so this silence, I think, is there's an abundance. There's an abundance of his, because the fish card can mean many. It's all about, many. It can be about abundance as well, as far as, when it comes to like cash flow. But I think silence is being, there's an abundance of silence across all the networks about him, except for the most important things that, that need to be conveyed, because all he wants to do is fight. His future is he's going to have to fight for any new voice. It's going to have to be on his own network that he creates, but he's going to have to get financial backing for that. And we've already determined that he is not financially solid anymore, that he's broke. This could have to do with investors going silent on him because they're tired of the craziness and the divisiveness, the divisiveness that he creates, because this card is all about battles and duels. So this could be an abundance of battles and duels, legally. But for the most part, people not giving him the attention he craves, because they're just tired of it. Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing. I think. Did I get anything more with the fish card? Well, it is like a sales and transactional card. In the future, secrets could come out about transactions that he's made. Oh, this could be the arms deals that he's been trying to make. Well, of course, they were. Congress always approves arms deals as well, but the last one, it went back and forth, and they because they wouldn't approve what he wanted, and then he vetoed it, which is what he's working under now. So that's what this is. And it could be both levels. It could be, of course, the transactional nature of him and his like TV, whatever, internet presence, streaming service, or whatever baloney he's got going on. It can be that and the arms deal. Because this is definitely a transaction about arms. The scythe can represent arms as well. Dangerous things. And the scythe could also represent the vaccine. Because this can be the widespread, because this card, Knights over here, so widespread illness and then vaccine. And this was in the planning. So he could be making an offer to the pharmaceutical companies, and because he's probably trying to get some money out of that some way for himself, because that's just what he always does. Yeah. But yeah, so many transactional things going on to make money. And of course, arms and vaccines. I mean, that's the only place this guy has any brains, He and his family, like, they know which way to go for the money. And the people around him are probably thinking that way as well, so he gets advice on that. It's all about the money flow, the transactional money flow. And arms deals is a big one. Kickbacks on that could be enormous, because you're talking billions of dollars. And, selling secrets. This could be like the military in the future stopping something because a secret was in the flow and in the mix, and then the military comes in and stops it. Because we have to remember that he's going to be watched. He and his family, they'll have lifetime Secret Service protection, and except for Barron's might stop when he's 16, but the family. And if Melania divorces him, then she doesn't get it anymore. She won't get it. That would stop for her. But yeah, but they get, him for the rest of his life, and who knows how much longer that'll be. But the rest of his family, because they've been cabinet members and because they're his family, they'll get that too for the rest of their lives. But the saving grace in that for us to remember is that they will all be watched as well. So if there's any secret deals going on in he and his family's future, these cards can have to do with family as well. Yeah, so he could be feeling like he really needs his family to stick with him, and they will. And they're all watched. They will all be watched. So it could go like this. Like, imagine they're watching him, and he's talking some weird things to foreign people, because this is the column as to what he's doing. If he's being seduced by, some foreign person to get some information, well, what the Secret Service can do, or CIA, they can put some fake information out there, and then see if it gets passed through him, and catch him that way. So he could end up someday, with a treason charge on him, which would completely change, his protection, and also, once he's in jail for his, once he's incarcerated for his tax evasion and insurance fraud, I bet that would change everything. Of course, maybe he'd have protection in prison. I don't know. Would he even live through a prison sentence, of like 5 years or more, or even 3 years? Or knowing him, he's going to try and get himself pardoned somehow. And he can, preemptively pardon all his family. He can do that. But there are other ways to get them, and I think we'll see that unfold as we move forward in the readings and as time unfolds. So, okay, well, I feel complete with this reading. I don't see anything else here. If I've missed anything you guys see, feel free to drop it in the comments. And meanwhile, you guys take really good care. Okay, bye.